Today we are debunking the top 5 myths about our city here in Columbus. Hey, what's up guys? Andy Howell here, local real estate agent here in Columbus, Ohio. In today's video, we're going to explore the my top 5 myths, misconceptions about our beloved city here in Columbus. But before we do, please reach down, hit that subscribe button. Your subscription, let us know that we are on the right track. You're enjoying, you're valuing the content we're providing. So thank you so much. So let's get right into the nitty gritty. Myth number 1. There's nothing to do here. Now, granted, we are not New York, we're not Chicago, but we got a lot of the great amenities that those cities have and at way less of a cost. We've got great cultural amenities like an opera, we've got the symphony, we've got great universities here, we've got a world-class zoo, and we've got tons of old, architecturally intriguing, walkable neighborhoods that you can go explore. We've got 2 NFL teams, the Browns and the Bengals. We've got 2 Major League Baseball teams. We've got a Major League Soccer team. We've got the Blue Jackets NHL team. We've got the beloved Buckeyes here that are nearly a professional team. We've got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Ohio. We've got, NFL was actually founded in Ohio, and the NFL Hall of Fame's here. We've got great parks. We've got great hiking. And we've got loads of navigable rivers if you like to enjoy the water. And granted, I get you, Columbus is pretty flat because way back when glaciers came through in the area and basically cut the tops off of all the hills. But if you travel to the northeast, if you travel to the east, if you travel to the south and southeast, you're not gonna have to travel that far. You're gonna start to get into some undulation that ultimately culminates in the Appalachian Mountains. So, bottom line, if you're bored here and you can't find anything to do, you're probably the boring one, sorry to say. Number 2, there is no diversity and everybody's the same here. So, cue the Columbus haters right now. If you listen to them, they'll tell you that if you're not swilling craft IPA or craft beer and having a fanatical conversation about the Buckeyes, then you're not welcome here. And I've got to tell you, that's simply not true. At least the circles that I hang out in. The fact of the matter is people here have a multitude of different ideas. We have a diversity of opinion at the very least. Secondly, coming from a farming community over to Columbus, I was coming to the big city and I was very surprised and astounded at the cultural diversity here. In fact, according to the theyre Institute of Justice, about 8% of the Columbus population are immigrants from another country, and they come from all over the world. We've got China, all over Asia, all over Africa, Mexico. And by the way, all these immigrants from all over brought their culinary tastes with them. So there's tons of different restaurants here, no matter what type of fare you're looking for. So I urge you to check out All Eats Columbus, where you can find a list of all the ethnic cuisine and reviews and everything like that. If you're saying really there's no diversity here, I highly encourage you to take a deeper dive, maybe check those results further down the list than page 1 Google. Number 3, everyone here talks like they're on the news. So while it is true that many newswomen back in the day were taught to speak with a Central Ohio accent, which is essentially no accent, we have a surprising amount of dialects here. In fact, when I moved out to Colorado, everybody thought I was from the South, which was so surprising to me. But evidently I had a Southern drawl, not from Columbus. Here's an example. If you drive about 90 minutes south of here down to Cincinnati, it can almost feel like a different language. And I think from a dialect standpoint, Cincinnati is considered the South. But you go the opposite direction a couple hours up to Cleveland, and you're gonna hear an accent that's not quite Chicago, but not quite Buffalo either, but there's definitely an accent. Sorry, Clevelanders, I know you don't think you have an accent, but you do. Bottom line is here, people do talk like they're on the news and have no accent, probably here in Central Ohio, but there are a wide variety of dialects and accents throughout the state. Number 4, Columbus is behind the times or is backward. I gotta counter that point again. Columbus has been forward thinking dating way back. Take Goodale Park. You guys have heard me talk about this. It's sandwiched right between the Short North and Victorian Village. This is one of the 3 oldest parks dedicated to pleasure in America. That's unbelievable. So way back in 1851, Dr. Lincoln Goodale donated 40-acre parcel to the city with the express instructions that that area only be used for a public park. And his intent was to provide green space, clean air for workers, and just a leisure park. He was so strong in his opinion that he said, in fact, if the city ever changed that from being a park, they would have to give the land back to the Goodale heirs. And I can't even imagine how much that real estate is worth, those 40 acres right that close to downtown. So forward thinking. Secondly, the Lazarus department store, rest in peace, was the first store in the country to have air conditioning, the first store to have escalators. That's pretty cool. Go back to 1837, Ohio created the Institution of Education of the Blind, the first in the country. Fast forward to 1908 in the Columbus experiment. So this was the first water treatment facility to use filtration in the country. And that technology is still used today. It wasn't that long ago, but that's so cool as well. Then in 1956, with the Town and Country Shopping Center out in Whitehall, that is considered the very first modern shopping center. So to say that we're not forward thinking, again, look deeper. Number 5, Columbus is a boom town. People are gonna stop moving here. I will give you this. Columbus has been an underdog right from the onset. I mean, before the canal system, there wasn't really a great way to get a lot of transport down to the river. So we're kind of an underdog from the beginning, but we've been growing steady and growing faster recently. And I think a lot of that is to do with the diversity of employment options here. I did a whole video on that right over here you guys can check out. But I understand that during the Great Depression, Columbus fared a lot better than some of its other contemporary cities. So fast forward to the Great Recession, and Columbus did fare a lot better than a lot of American cities. I mean, we did not take a nosedive. It was like more of a flat line. So having all our eggs in such a diversified basket here in Columbus really has insulated us from recessions and depressions in the past, and I think it will in the future. Now, this video is sure to stir a lot of comments, a lot of emotions to all you Columbus haters, and that's cool. We still love you. But just understand that Columbus has a lot more than meets the eye. I encourage you to look deeper, explore for yourself. We'd love to have you. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you guys have any questions about Columbus, about what it's like to live here, about the real estate here, just cool things to do, hit me up. I absolutely love hearing from you guys each and every week. Again, thanks for watching and have a great day.